My husband Alex built our goats a barn using pallets, and today he is going to give you a tour.
All right, let's do it.
Behind Alex and Kajari, you can see the nearly finished goat barn. This has been a labor of love. Alex spent all of his free hours after work putting this together over the last month and a half.
It was a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you filming me?
I am, yeah.
All right. So this is it. This barn, all the structural walls are made out of pallets. The roof is recycled barn tin, a lot of recycled 2x4s from pallets, etc. I'll walk you through the whole barn, how it's set up, what I did, and what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
When you walk in, okay. This door, I gotta do the outside first.
Okay, do the outside
All right,
first,
the
okay.
outside. So the structure is all made out of pallets, and then on the outside I took all of this rough cut milled lumber. I helped mill about half of it at a farm down the road, and then they finished the other half of it for me. We're exchanging favors. I have to go help them in a couple of weeks with the project, but they provided us with all the lumber for the siding on this barn, which was amazing. So I covered all of the pallets with the rough cut lumber. That's all siding. The doors are made out of the rough cut lumber, the whole nine, everything. These windows are recycled. We got them from, I can't even remember where. We have so many.
They've been gifted to us over the years.
Yeah, we have a pile of old windows that we use on projects like this. So windows are recycled. Half of the cinder blocks for the foundation are recycled. The other half, the top half, we had to buy just because we didn't have enough of the recycled ones. Yeah, so let's go inside. So you can unlatch the door. It's got this lock on it, and I also did this so that you can lock it open so you're able to come inside and clean it out, pull the tractor up here or whatever if you need to, that kind of thing. So inside here, when you step inside, you'll see I covered all of the inside of the walls with this old used fence picketing. The reason I covered the walls with this fence picketing was because it's pallets underneath, and having goats in here, goats are really destructive, really curious, and
they like to nibble on everything.
They do eat everything. My main concern was them getting their heads stuck inside the pallets, getting their antlers stuck in there or whatever, and not being able to get out. So that's why I covered the walls with this used fence picketing. I got this from a friend who just put new fence up at their property. Well, currently, I have 2 stalls set up. The stalls are made with cattle panel and the used fence picketing, a couple of posts, and some T-posts. This stall over here, we currently have the milking stanchion, well, the stanchion in general that we trim the hoofs, milk, everything inside this stall here. The plan eventually is going to be to add another addition on to the side, because I just didn't make it big enough, because you know, that's how it always goes, I guess. So I want to put an addition on the outside over there and make that just the milking stanchion only. The goats won't have access to that. That way we can have 2 separate stalls in here for 2 moms. Currently, Ginger and the babies stay in this stall over here. The way this stall works is you just open up this homemade gate. There's a post in here that goes into the ground and is screwed into the structure here for the gate. And then it's just a cattle panel with these fence pickets sandwiching it so that the goats can't get their heads in. I use just fence staples and didn't staple them all the way in so that it acts as a hinge. Opens and closes like a hinge. And then on this side over here, we put a couple of T-posts in the ground. Oh, that's the dog. On this side, I put a couple of T-posts into the ground to hold this in place, and then it's screwed in to the wall here. I had it stapled into the wall, and Ginger consistently headbutted it and knocked it out within the first couple of days. So this closes, there's a lock there, and it just gets this carabiner like that. And then I don't know if you guys saw Amber's video the other day, but the goats pulled a switcheroo on us, and somehow Ginger and the babies got outside and the boys got inside, right? That's
Yep.
what it was. Yeah, the boys got inside overnight. So we put a lock here on the inside to keep the goats from being able to. This is how you open the door. I guess I should have said that. But from the inside, you open the door, you pull this string, and it unlatches. So I don't know if they grabbed this and they were able to get it to unlatch or what. But now when it's closed and the goats are in here, this is locked so that they can't get the doors open. And there's also one on this door on the outside. One of the great things about this goat barn for us, if you know anything about the goat paddock, we only have a 12-foot long gate on it right now. And so for the last, I don't know, 2 years or so, we've pretty much been jumping the gate every single day, at least twice a day, to get in the morning and let the turkeys out and to close them up at night. That kind of has been a big pain in the butt. So we made it so that you could walk through the goat barn into the goat paddock. So pull this string, it unlocks it, and we step outside, and here comes, look at that.
Well, lucky Ginger goes right in.
Yep. Oh, they're mad.
There's
Okay,
no
so
food in there.
anyways, we step outside. Chandler, I'm gonna
Yeah,
lock
they
you in
can.
there.
They can. They're not.
Buzz and Chuck are our 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old wethers, and they don't go in the goat barn or sleep in the goat barn at night. This is pretty much just so we have a way to separate the moms and the babies.
Because
Now,
they
if
need medicated feed.
in the wintertime, if we have some crazy weather or something like that and they need to go in there, they absolutely can. We just currently don't keep them in there, and if they do go in there, the moms will stay separated in the stalls, and then the wethers will be out in the middle open area. When you look at the back side of the goat barn, it looks very similar to the front. The difference is I covered the back side of the goat barn. I had the fence extend out and it stops right before the doors. Because the goats chew on everything, I did not want them chewing on the siding and prematurely destroying this barn. So they only have access to the door for the most part to chew on. And that's the purpose of why I have the fence kind of going across this. I can talk about the structure really quick. So for the structure of this, I took cinder blocks. It's 2 layers high, and then I stacked the pallets on top of each other. Tack on those down into the cinder blocks. The purpose of that was to keep those up off of the ground so that they didn't prematurely rot. They stayed dry. And then come in here and look, I had a pallet that had some 20-foot long 2x4s, so I used those 2x4s to span all the way across the top here and around just to tie everything together. All of these boards up here are all used boards from pallets. The only thing I did buy all the 1-bys that the roof is on. I did buy the plastic panel for the lighting for the roof. Or for the daylight to come in. Yeah, but basically you put all the pallets up, screw everything together, cover everything up, and you have a goat barn. You want to go outside real quick? I'll show you the outside where I'm going to put the addition, and that'll be the end. Okay, so when you step outside, this is the side where the barn extension is going to be for the milking station. I'll probably start that this fall and try and have it done by winter. But so all of this siding here, I'll take it off. That way it's not a waste. I'm gonna make it probably 8 feet longer, and it's gonna be exactly what you see right here. The difference is we will have a door to walk in from this side here to go in there. And then there will also be a door over here, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so there will be a door over here, so that way Amber's able to just put the goat that needs to come in here on a leash or whatever,
To get
walk
milked.
it over inside. But then we also have, again, access from the outside over here. We can store like all the medical products, that kind of stuff in here. That's what this imaginary space right here will be. But that'll be this fall, hopefully. I got way too many other projects to
Farm
focus on
store
before
first.
that. Farm store first. That's like the main focus on top of all the regular maintenance. So I do have to keep up with the regular stuff, but fingers crossed very soon I will be working on the farm store again.
Have you heard about active rest?
What's that mean?
That means that you rest while you're being active and doing things.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
I know. Like if I don't have something to do, I kind of lose it. Don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, I sit down and like kind of. But
2 times a year. 2 times a year. That's
Way
it.
more than 2 times a year.
Chandler says way more than 2 times a year.
I think you do it like once
Oh,
a
yeah?
month.